Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Denise if you're new. I post videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on motherhood, lifestyle, pregnancy updates, and most of all, cleaning motivation. If those types of topics interest you, I would love it if you hit that subscribe button and become a part of my YouTube family. And let's get on with the video. Hello. Hi. I'm 26 weeks. Yeah, that would be great. And which location? Are you at the Westminster location as well?
Not today, I'm not.
That's even better. Yeah. So 12:30? All right, that sounds great. Thank you so much. You got it, Christine. Thank you. All right. Sounds good. Thank you. Bye-bye. Ah! Babe! No, 12:30. We're going. We get to see our baby at 12:30. Huh? I know. As you probably just heard, we get to go see our baby today. So it was a last minute decision and I decided my husband said we get one 3D/4D ultrasound this time around. And there was just a question of whether we do it now or whether we do it at like 30 weeks because I looked it up online and it said the best time to do a 4D would be between 26 and 30 weeks. But the issue that I have with that is I have an anterior placenta and everything's just gonna get bigger and more cramped in there as my pregnancy progresses and as the baby grows. I almost said her name. Look at that baby's hair. I'm sorry, that big girl's hair. We gotta get her ready too because the appointment's in like an hour. Yeah. So anyway, even though she'd probably be a little bit more like chubby and a little bit maybe cuter to look at 30 weeks, there's also a chance that we wouldn't get very good images of her because of the fact that I've got this big pillow blocking her. It happened with Lenora. We couldn't, there were some images where the placenta was so far in her face that they tried to dissolve it a little bit, like in the image so that we could see her face and it kind of distorted some things. So I'm really hoping that in seeing her now before she gets too chunky, that we'll get better images of her. So we'll see. Yeah. So anyway, let's get on with the pregnancy update. Today I am 26 weeks pregnant and I am gonna upload this tonight. So yeah, let's see how this goes. It's gonna be a busy day. So let's pull up my pregnancy app. Right now I'm using Pregnancy Plus and I've used like Ovia and What to Expect and all those apps, obviously with all pregnancies, but I really like this one. I'm 182 days so far along. Along so far. I'm 26 weeks pregnant and this is still considered my second trimester. So the baby is the size right now, so it says the size of a papaya. From weeks 25 to 28, the baby is the size of a papaya. So the weight is approximately 1.4 to 2.2 pounds and the length is between 13 and 15 inches crown to heel. So let's start with mood. My mood has been excellent. I have been, I feel like I'm in the honeymoon stage of this pregnancy as far as that goes. Like, I just feel really good. Well, emotionally and mentally, I feel really good. My body, for the most part, feels good, but I do have some symptoms and things that are going on that are not welcome and very uncomfortable. I love you. Her birthday party was yesterday, so she had a lot of cake. Didn't you? Yeah. Anyway, so I've been feeling really good emotionally and mentally. Physically, for the in my belly, I feel really good. I'm constantly winded. Again, I think a lot of that has to do with the altitude, but I know that just when you're pregnant, you get really winded anyway. You're a hot mess. And let's see. So this is going to be TMI for some people, but I think pregnancy updates, it's very important. That's a P. What? It's a P. You say P? I can't jump right now. I need like 5 minutes. This isn't going to take long. Yeah. And okay, so if you are a guy or if you're a girl who gets offended easily or grossed out, turn this off right now. I'm telling you. What's the matter? So my first sciatica is kicking in here and there, which is a total bummer. My breasts are so sore. They're about 3 times the size they usually are. It's like insane, really uncomfortable. And then the most unwelcome symptom that I have right now that I didn't have with Lenora, not during pregnancy or post delivery, are hemorrhoids. And like, I don't even know, well, I do know why I'm putting that out there. Like, it's like, I think a lot of people don't talk about it because they're like, ew, it's disgusting. And yeah, I mean, it's not disgusting, but it's uncomfortable and it's not like a welcome side effect, but it sucks. Like, it absolutely sucks. And I think the reason is like, the pressure is so strong. I'm not having any issues going to the bathroom. It has nothing to do with it. I really think it's just the pressure that the baby is putting on my the lower half of my body, like my trunk area is just not helpful. And then you guys know I'm incredibly active. I am doing work all day. I don't sit. Like, I started wearing my Fitbit again because I'm like, I need to see just how active I am, and it's outrageous. And so like, the more activity you're doing, sitting downs, walking up the stairs, we go for long walks, it doesn't help. So if anybody's interested, I've Googled everything I could do to try to like remedy it and make it better, and it's I'm doing everything they say. I'm taking warm baths with Epsom salts almost every night. I use Preparation H and I use Tux, which are amazing. And yeah, it sucks and it's not glamorous. And if you think that's gross, then sorry, then grow up a little bit. But that's just life and that's pregnancy and it's just natural and it happens. So that's what I'm dealing with right now. That's probably been the hardest thing. My belly is getting really big. My rib cage has expanded a ton. Yeah. And so yeah, there's a lot of discomfort there. I have actually ordered extenders for my bras. I don't know if anybody's watched my previous ones, but I'm typically a 31 around the rib cage, but they don't make those, so I buy like the 32s and just kind of deal with it. But right now, I don't know, I've probably expanded to a 34 or 35 or something, maybe more. So I bought those little extenders on Amazon that go on your bra, so you can like expand the bra without having to get a new one. Let's see. That's about it as far as like physically. I'm getting uncomfortable. I'm 5'2". Oh, weight gain. We'll do that. I weighed myself this morning. I started at 115 pounds and I am now 129, it said this morning. So that's a lot. That's 14 pounds, which I don't know, I guess that's normal. I would say in this area alone, it's about 4 pounds, plus the baby, the water, the placenta, all of those things, the extra blood in your body. What are you doing? I love you, you crazy psychotic little wildling. Let's see, so yeah, weight gain, but you know, I don't just sit around and eat all the time. I'm really active and that's just kind of the way it is. Some people gain weight without eating a bunch of junk and that's just the way their bodies respond, and some people gain a lot more and some people gain a lot less, and that's just it. I'm not concerned about how much weight I'm gaining. I'm not concerned like one iota, so to each their own, and don't worry about it. It's pregnancy, you know? Like, it's 1 to 2 to 3 to however many times you decide to get pregnant in your life. Just enjoy yourself. But do it in a smart and sensible way so that you're not like harming yourself or your child. And let's see, cravings. I mean, I haven't really had any cravings. The other day we got some kettle chips, some barbecue kettle chips for her birthday party, and I opened them the night before and ate about probably about a third of the bag because they're so crunchy and delicious. So not a craving, it's just like, it's like any normal person. You sit down and eat something that sounds really good to you and sometimes you overdo it, and that's it. I could really, like, I'm not a huge meat eater and definitely not a huge hot dog eater, but for some reason when I'm pregnant, and I think it's because I know that I cannot eat a hot dog, all I want are freaking hot dogs. Like, it's insane. It really is. Funny story, really quickly. I remember when John proposed. Are you okay? Okay, she's playing in the bathtub. When John proposed to me, we were in Zion National Park in Utah, and we have a video of it where I'm just talking about Lowe's hot dogs. You know when you walk out of Lowe's and they have that hot dog stand and like bratwurst stand, and there's like onions and ketchup and like all the condiments there. I was sitting there in this video of him proposing to me talking about freaking hot dogs. And that's how I feel this pregnancy, because I was about, I don't know, 8 weeks or so, 10 weeks pregnant when he proposed when we were hiking. And I feel the same way this time around. I don't know what it is. It's just, I love hot dogs and I can't eat them. So he bought me some vegan corn dogs a few weeks ago, and those actually really did the trick. So other than that, no real cravings. Let's see. What else? What do we usually talk about? How I'm feeling as far as the baby goes. I am getting really, really excited. I love feeling her there. As far as activity goes, she is such a mover. Like, I feel like she's like pat, 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 pat all the time. And sometimes I get those really good like leg or arm rolls that aren't like jabs, but like she pops out and then like rolls, and I can like feel a limb or feel a foot, and I'm like very well aware of what it is. Those are probably my favorite moments. Hiccups every now and again. She doesn't get them a lot just yet, but I can feel them when she does. And yeah, we are just feeling more and more connected with her, which is amazing. John talks to her every night before bed. I talk to her every night before bed. Lenora is aware of what's going on, that there's a baby in there, and she kisses my belly pretty regularly. I keep looking at the viewfinder, I'm sorry. She kisses my belly very regularly, and it's super sweet. Yeah, what else do people talk about? Have I purchased anything for her recently? I have not. A friend of mine came over last night for Lenny's birthday party and brought over a big bag of baby clothes that I haven't gone through yet. We did the same thing with Lenora. We bought a handful of things, but we have so many friends with kids that just like have really gently used adorable clothing, and they just give us a bunch of stuff, and which is great, especially for those first few months where they're just going through stuff like crazy because they're either pooping through it or throwing up on it. I just think it's the best way to go. You've got your whole life to spend so much money on your kids. Like, upcycle, recycle it through your friends. Like, that's the best way to do it. So aside from like a rock and play, we've got to get her a crib. I'm gonna get a bassinet, for probably the Halo bassinet for this bed, because we don't have an extra bedroom for her right now. And we're gonna do the same thing with her that we did with Lenora. She's gonna sleep with us for the first like 6 months or so, because I exclusively nurse. So I don't really see the need for her to be in her crib or in her room by herself when I'm breastfeeding constantly. So that's the other question. If anybody wonders like what my plans are, I exclusively breastfed with Lenora, and I'm gonna do the same thing with this baby, God willing. But I am a cow milk machine, and I, knock on wood, I don't have problems with milk supply or breastfeeding. So as long as she is a good latcher and a good feeder, then we are gonna be all set. I'm also not really concerned about where I do it or how I do it. It's just the way I am and the way that I feel toward it. It's a very natural thing. Let's see what else. Anything changing? I haven't bought any new maternity clothes. I'm just finding things in my closet that are flowy that still fit me, and you'll see in a minute. Like, I have a lot of Free People tops that are very like boho and hippie dippy flowy anyway, so those look oversized when I'm my normal size, and right now they just fit well, so that's always really good. And yeah, I just don't feel like wasting more money. I know the summer is gonna come around. She's due on, oh, I do have another big thing to tell you. She's due June 30th, so it will get warmer here, and I'll have to spend money. I'm gonna be buying maternity shorts, a few more tank tops, things like that, but I just live in the same kind of stuff. You guys see me every day cleaning. Like, some days I feel like putting myself together, so I feel good, and most days I'm in tank tops, t-shirts, and the same pair of jeans or leggings. So yes, what I was saying was that she's due the 30th of June. So far, we have scheduled a C-section for June 24th. My OB is just lovely here. I was really worried I wouldn't have the same type of relationship I had with my midwife in Utah with Lenny, but it's just a whole different ball game. And this woman is wonderful. She is my sister, occasionally works with her in surgery at the hospital she works at, and recommended her, and she's super, super busy. And my sister, because she knows her, was able to get me in. So that being said, I am not disappointed in the least. She is wonderful. Her bedside manner's great. Sometimes I'm sitting there in my appointments and she's just rubbing my feet talking to me, and I'm like, are you an angel? Can you come home with me? It's amazing. But anyway, the point is that because I had an emergency C-section with Lenny, and I was told that no matter what, I would be able to have a VBAC, a vaginal birth after a C-section, that if anybody told me otherwise, to go somewhere else if I want to go that route. Now, I can change my mind at any point. If I start laboring before my C-section date and I want to go through with it that way, I absolutely can. The other thing is that she looked at my scar and really isn't happy with the way that it healed. And I'm not either. Like, it's small and it's really low, but it's like wide and it's uneven as far as like part of it goes inward, part of it kind of puffs outward. And then I also have a C-section hernia, which will need to be repaired. So the perk of doing it all at once is that I'm not going to have, she also said, the likelihood, because I'm such a small person, the likelihood of me tearing is pretty high, which is fine. It's very normal for people to do that. So I'd have that recovery, but I will have to get my hernia fixed. And I'm not that worried about the scar, but it'd be cool if somebody wanted to fix it for me, you know? But because it is more of a medical like issue as far as repairing something that needs to be repaired, I am most likely going to get the C-section. That being said, if I change my mind, I can do the vaginal birth, but right now she is due to be delivered at 7 a.m. on June 24th, which is like, whew, to know when she's coming is crazy. So, and then as far as like emotions and how I'm feeling about that, I'm not one of those people who's like, I have to have a vaginal birth. I had Lenora via C-section. It wasn't by choice. It was an emergency, but everything turned out beautiful. She's great. She's still here. I still gave birth to her. In my opinion, it does not matter how you give birth. Bringing a child into the world is beautiful no matter what way you do it. It is. And there are people out there who are like only having vaginal birth, like, oh, you're not laboring or having a baby unless you do it this way. It's like, that's just a bunch of BS. Don't listen to people like that. You do you, enjoy every minute of it, and just let that stuff fly out the window because it's not serving you in any way, shape, or form. And that's how I feel. So, at the end of the day, you still have a beautiful, healthy baby, and that's all you can ask for, or that's all you can hope for. What else, Lenny? What else do we want to talk about, baby sister? Yeah. But I guess that's about all I have to talk about right now. We're gonna go do this ultrasound like any minute. And then I think what I'll do is just add that footage in here for you guys, because there isn't a whole lot to catch up on as far as like anything else. I had somebody say, oh, talk about how you're feeling about the baby and blah, blah, blah. And like I do, like I'm excited to meet her. I'm excited for her. I'm excited at the growth, and like every time we have an appointment, she's doing really well. But you know, when this is your second baby, you're so busy with your first that it's like you don't have time to really go through all of those emotions and those thoughts and that like putting the energy there like you did with your first. It doesn't mean that I'm any less excited or any less like anxious about it. It's just, I'm not even anxious. I'm the type of person who's super easygoing about it. I was never, not even with Lenny was I like, oh, I have to be this way, super regimented. Her nap time's this time, her feeding is this time, her blah, blah, blah. I am such a fly by the seat of my pants kind of girl. And I think it helped me out so much with Lenora that I was never anxious or stressed after she came. So I'm going to do the same and have that same mentality with this baby. But I know that the difference is that I'm going to have two, and that my life is going to be turned upside down. But I'm still going to be pumping out these videos for you guys because this feeds my soul and it's my creative outlet. It's like so creative for me. The back end that you guys don't see is a lot of fun to do, and it's a lot of work, but I love it. So I'm not going to put this toward the wayside. I'm going to treat it like a job, like I already do, and set time aside for it. And I'm like a work at home mom, you know? And so if anybody's worried that I'm not gonna be sticking around, I will be, I promise you. So Lenny, please don't touch that. we are gonna get ready and go to the appointment, and I will insert the footage. Okay guys, so I almost forgot to do a bump shot, and the way I am and the way my brain works, I'd probably forget to do it later. So, hey, there's a lot of shirt here, so I'm trying to move everything. So this is my 26-week baby bump. Here she is from the front. She's getting so big and really, really, really hard. Like there's no give left in my stomach, but here she is. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure you like this video. Subscribe if she's opening my camera and saying geez. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next video.